Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lecture, we'll be looking at how we can display incidents from the Firestore database on our widgets or on our view in a Flutter application. Right now you can see on the right hand side that we're running on iOS simulator, and this part is completely blank. There are no incidents being displayed. So what we want to do is we want to fetch the incidents and we want to display them. Now, in order to display the incidents, what we want to do is we want to create a new view model that will control this particular screen that you see. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new view model, and I will call it Incident List View Model. And the whole point of this view model will be to control the screen, which is displaying a list of incidents. So I'm going to say incident list view model dart, and we're going to go ahead and create this as a class, incident list view model. In this particular class, we will only have one function, get all incidents. This particular function is going to return you a future which contains a list of incident view model. Now, we don't really have anything called incident view model, so we will have to go ahead and create that. So let's go ahead and first create this function. This will be an async function. So what is this incident view model? We still have to create that. What does it display? What does it actually mean? Well, incident list view model, which is this particular incident list view model, is controlling the entire screen, this part. The incident view model is going to be responsible for the section, the portions of each incident. So it is controlling that what data gets displayed inside each cell. So this means this can have a title, this can have a description, this can have a date. It can have a title, description, and date, and so on. So the whole point of incident view model is to create or supply the data to the cells, and then the cells can get displayed. Now, incident view model can be created in a separate file, but since it is so closely related to incident list view model, I'm just going to go ahead and add it over here. Class incident view model, which represents one incident. In order to create incident view model, we have to go ahead and pass in the incident model. So I'm going to go ahead and say incident and incident. Now this incident is the actual model that we created, which is inside the model folder. So let's go ahead and make sure that we are adding that. Oops. There we go. There we go. All right. In order to create our incident view model, we need a constructor. So I'm going to go ahead and add a constructor for incident view model. And now, since this is a view model, you can expose different properties that you want the view to use and display the incidents. So the first property name, I will call it title, but you can call it anything you want. And we can go ahead and return the title from incident.title. So it's actually using the model and returning one of the properties of the model. And we can use the same exact approach to get the description, the photo URL, as well as the incident date. Now, over here, we do have to add the intl.dart, which is going to allow us to format the date. So over here, you can see a couple of different things. The title, which is easy. The description, great. Photo URL, great. But look over here, the incident date. The date which was inside the model, the incident date, was actually a datetime object. If I go to incident date, you can see that it is a datetime object. But when we are talking about the view model, and the whole responsibility of the view model is to provide the data and then display it on the view, or provide the data to the view, to the widget, so that it can be displayed, we have the opportunity to massage the data. We have the opportunity to change the type of the data, so which is appropriate for displaying it on the widget, on the view. Now we can go ahead and implement our getAllIncidents function. So I'm going to go ahead and create a query snapshot, which will be a snapshot. I can await for the Firebase Firestore instance.collection. So now we have to specify that where are we trying to pull the data or the documents. Well, we only have one collection called incidents, so we're going to use that. Dot order by. So order by basically means that we want to sort them in a particular order based on a particular field or a property, which in this case will be the incident date. And we want to go ahead and order by descending order. So I'm just going to go ahead and say descending will be true. All right. And then finally call the get function. The get function is going to give you all the documents. So if you hover on this, you can see it's going to give you a future query snapshot, and that will contain all the documents. Right now, the documents will be inside snapshot.docs. So what we want to do is we want to map it. So we will get all the incidents. I'm going to say snapshot.docs, which are all the documents, .map. I can map because it's a collection. I will get each doc, and then I can call incident.from incident or from document, and I can pass in the document. And finally, I can pass in toList. Oops, not over here, right over here, toList, so that we have a list. But this particular incident, if you hover on it, is a list of incident model objects, not incident view model. So we need some way to convert this incidents, which is models, to incident view model. So I'm going to go ahead and return. I'm going to go through incidents.map. I will get each incident. Once I get each incident, I can go ahead and call incident view model, the view model we just created. Oh, not incident view state, incident view model. Incident view model. Again, I think it's stuck on there. We're going to pass in the incident, and then finally we're going to say toList. So what we have done is that we got a list of models, we iterated through the models, and we created incident view model, which is the class that we just created right over here. And that is pretty much it. Now all that is left to do is to start using getAllIncidents, and then we can display it on the screen. So let's go ahead and do that next.